Hi, I'm Aaron Frank from Motorcyclist Magazine. I'm here with Zach Kortz, one of our test consultants, and this is part one of our class of 2012 sport bike test.
That's right. And we're not just testing anything, right, Aaron? We're testing the best Japan has to offer.
Yep, today is Japanese leader bikes. So we've got the four top-of-the-line 1000cc inline fours from Japan. We've got Kawasaki's Ninja ZX-10R, the Yamaha YZF-R1, the Honda CBR1000RR, and over on the end, the Suzuki GSX-R1000.
And before we get to turn them loose on Chuckwalla Valley Raceway, we have some due diligence, right? We have to do quarter mile, top gear roll-ons, and some street time to see how their street manners are.
Exactly. We're going to start with the street ride, see how they behave in a real-world environment. Then we've got a full battery of performance tests to get us a baseline, and then we bring them back to the racetrack where they were born.
That's right, where they belong. So first things first, let's take them out on the street and see how they behave. So, here we are at the road. Not just any road, classic Southern California canyon, which is a perfect place for these guys to ride up and down and get a feel for these bikes and how they behave on the road. Now, truth be told, all these bikes can break the speed limit in first gear, so really what it comes down to is comfort and engine dynamic. The only real black sheep here is the Yamaha, which has this cross-plane firing order, Big Bang they call it. And it creates a great noise, it also creates nice engine feel for roads like these. Anyway, enough speculation from me. The numbers really make this test way too close to call. So let's find out what the staff thinks about how these race bikes are handling the street.
This one feels nice and swoopy and stable.
This is very stable though, all the way around.
It's because the suspension's working. You're in the middle of the stroke and it's using all of its suspension. When we get to the racetrack, it's going to feel really soft, and we're going to blow through that suspension, but on the street.
All right, Aaron, day one in the books. How do you think it?
Well, we have 1 day street testing down. We've put the bikes through everything, little highways, some mountain riding, twisties, and we're starting to draw some early conclusions about the bikes.
All right, so some winners, some losers. Give us some, let's start with the lowlights, I guess.
Okay, well, no real lowlights yet. They've all been working pretty well. The GSX-R stood out early on the highway. It's a really comfortable bike, great ergonomics, and easy to put some miles away on, but size kind of works against it a little bit.
And same thing with the Kawasaki, or what?
Yeah, not quite. I mean, the Kawasaki's working well. The bike was all new last year, and you can feel it. It feels really well put together. It's got a great, smooth, powerful motor. We're having some handling issues with it, but I think that we can work those out at the track.
Honda and Yamaha are looking good now then?
Yeah, both those bikes really stood out today, which was no surprise. The Honda was our 2008 class of winner. They did a lot of work back then to centralize mass and make it work really well. They did more this year, lighter wheels, better forks, some different upgrades, and that bike is working really well. It's really easy to ride, especially when you get in the twisty stuff.
What sets the Yamaha apart from the Honda?
The Yamaha, again, another former class of winner, our class of 2009 winner. It's got a great motor. The cross-plane motor just is really charismatic, puts the power down really well. It's a lot of fun to use, and the suspension's working really well here on the street.
So, but the story's not over. We got 2 days of track time ahead of us.
Yeah, we're going to the racetrack tomorrow, and everything could be different there. I think that plush suspension we like on the street with the Yamaha, we might blow right through it on the track. And I think we tested the Kawasaki last year and it was a real standout on the track. I think when we add a little ride height, get the bike steering really well and take advantage of the traction control and the great motor, that bike's really going to come alive.
All right, so 2 bikes with traction control, 2 bikes without, 2 days of track time ahead of us.
Exactly. 2 more days on the track. We got a lot of work to do, and I think we're going to learn a lot more about these bikes.
And probably have a little fun along the way.
A lot of fun.
All right, let's do it. All right, Aaron, so Aries taking runs on the GSX-R1000. Maybe you can tell everyone what we're learning here.
Yeah, we're at Chuckwalla's test strip just doing some performance testing. Drag strip really tells us a lot about the acceleration of the bike. Can learn a lot about the horsepower and the weight and how easy it is to put that power down.
Sure, so baseline numbers in a straight line, and then we'll go out on the track and we'll see how they handle everything put together.
Yep, exactly.
Right on, let's do it. So the drag strip offers the first glimpse of how these bikes truly perform when they're let loose. The numbers in this test especially
are very, very close. Their incremental gains and losses are amplified in the numbers. If a bike has very good clutch feel,